Hey y'all, what's up? It's Sarah, ThotianaBussitdown. How's everyone doing today? Hey, Michelle's daughter. Hey, Roxy. Hold on, let me put my comments on the screen. There we go. Thank you for being a member, Michelle's daughter. Thank you for being a member, Roxy. Hey, Jessica Southern Belle. How are you? Okay, so guys, today we're not really going to talk too much about the beef sector. I'm sure we'll venture into it. But for the most part, we're going to talk about some other stuff today. So I have been on a movie kick lately. This is the time of year where I watch a bunch of movies. I don't know what it is about fall and like Libra season. I just on a movie kick around this time every year. Hey Peyton, thank you for stopping in. So I just want to talk to you guys. Check my sound. All right, hold on. I can hear myself on the I can hear myself. You may need to refresh. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Let's see. Unmute. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Well, I can hear myself on my phone. Unmute. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys? Yeah, I can hear myself on the phone. So, can you guys hear me now? Hold on. All right, perfect. Thank you, Justice Southern Belle. So, like I said, we're going to talk about a few movies today. If you guys have seen any new movies, you can put it in there. I'm just going to kind of give you an idea of what I've been watching and give you guys some recommendations. And like I said earlier, I don't know if you heard me or not, but we are going to venture off into the beef sector eventually. Y'all know how I do. So the first movie I want to talk about, y'all know I talked about The Woman King the other day. For those of you who were able to catch the live, it is down on members only, but I talked about The Woman King, and I really enjoyed the movie, and I don't understand what all the controversy was behind it. But if you guys watched the preview, hey, Nessa, thank you for stopping in. If you guys watch the preview and you like what you see in the preview, that's exactly what you in the movie is amazing. I love action movies, so the second movie I want to talk about, I saw last night, and I was very surprised at how good it was. It was Tom Clancy's Without Remorse, and it was starring Michael B. Jordan. Now, for whatever reason, I don't think this was like a blockbuster. I don't remember seeing advertisements for it or going to the movie theater. It could have even been like a Netflix type of thing. I'm not sure, but I came across it, and I personally like action movies, and I like army and military movies as well. Oh yes, Nesta, you're gonna really enjoy it. You're gonna really enjoy it. I would probably take like stuff like maybe 2 or 3 Kleenexes in your pocketbook, so tears and shit gonna be running down your face. You gotta wipe them with the back of your hand or your greasy napkin. I think that's my suggestion. I ended up having to wipe my teary face with a fucking napkin that smelled like butter popcorn, and my face smelled like butter popcorn. I didn't think that I was gonna end up crying in that movie. Oh, girl, this is like Wilson well, Without Remorse, with Michael B. Jordan was so good. So he was a Navy SEAL. His wife was more London. She was absolutely adorable as usual. She's pregnant. He goes on a mission. Something goes down. Something goes wrong. They're starting to kill his team members to cover up what went wrong in the mission. And they end up breaking in his house, and he gets into a shootout with them, and one of the bullets kills his pregnant wife and the baby. And this nigga loses his fucking mind and decides he wants to get revenge on the bad guys. So the plot itself was good, but I ain't even gonna really get into the plot like that. Michael B. Jordan's fucking body for this movie was cold. Do you hear me? I've never been like a Michael B. Jordan fan like that. Like I always thought he was, okay on the eyes. There are some things there that I really don't care for as far as guy. But this movie without remorse, I changed my when it comes to me sometimes like Hollywood or famous guys, even in real life, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I have a tendency like I do not like change. I do not like new people for the most part. There's never been somebody new to come into the food sector who I automatically fucking like. I don't like new people. It takes a while for that shit to like build on me to be liking for your ass. Sometimes it'll happen for you, sometimes it won't. Most times it won't. For Michael B. Jordan, this movie that I watched with him, he was crossed the threshold into I like him now. He's okay now. But his body was, oh my God, I think he might have filmed it right after he did that Rocky movie. Now, I didn't see that Rocky movie yet. I haven't seen it. I don't know if I ever will. I'm not really a fan of boxer movies like that. There's not one boxer movie out there that I really like enough to watch 2 or 3 times. I'm still sounding muffled. What the fuck? Hold on. Hold on. I'm still sounding muffled. What the fuck? I don't sound muffled on my phone. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. I'm still sounding muffled. What the fuck? I don't sound muffled on my phone. Y'all hear it? I don't know what's going on. Hold on. I'm still sounding muffled. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Thank you, Nessa. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's on my internet. It could be this cheap ass laptop I got. That could be the reason. The bitch is an HP, but it was on sale. And I really only got it because it was pink and cute. I didn't really look at none of the like parameters or strength or what's the shit called, like memory on the motherfucker. I got it because it was cheap and it was cute, bitch. And it was HP. So maybe that's the issue. Maybe it's the laptop. It's new though, so who knows? Who knows? But anyway, so I saw that movie. The next thing that I'm really looking forward to seeing is Wednesday. So Netflix is doing a new series starring, well, not starring Wednesday Addams, but revolving around Wednesday Addams. And the previews for the shit, they give me chill bumps. It looks so good. So I'm waiting to see Wednesday. I can't wait for that. Even though when it does come out, I am probably going to end up waiting maybe a month or two before I start watching it because I am a binge watcher. I really like to binge watch shit. I fucking hate waiting week to week to watch a new show, which is why I have not started watching House of Dragons yet. I am waiting for the season to be over so I can just sit around and binge watch it for a day or two. I have been watching people in the beef sector who have been giving reviews for House of Dragon. Deanna did a review on House of Dragons this morning, and I liked her review. She put her own little style with it. Y'all know Deanna's style, but I liked her review. It made me almost want to start watching it today. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because I know once I get to the end, I'm gonna be pissed off that yeah, if y'all watch House of Dragons, you're gonna get a review. Like it was cute. I like that was also doing a review for House of Dragons. I haven't been watching the review because he did with the conflict. He put better stuff over his words. It takes him a while to find his place. When he gets distracted. It's really I ain't got time for that shit. So I watch it because those I feel like veterans and Timothy Blaine, they go through the take like what is that shit? It's just that boosts your brain health and energy because we if you give your frying pan and raw eggs, this is your brain on drugs. More so with veterans lately. I don't know if y'all been noticing, but veterans really been losing his train of thought and can't find the words and it's giving early stages of dementia. I'm just saying. But whatever. Nessa said, I have watched House of Dragons as of yet. You know what? Another one that I'm really excited about seeing and I'm waiting for the season to be over is American Horror Stories. Now, not the regular American Horror Story. This is like the spinoff, American Horror Stories with the S at the end. And y'all know they just kind of give you separate little vignettes each episode, different little episodes that don't really coincide with each other, but sometimes they do give you a further background on the original series. So James has been doing reviews on American Horror Stories, and y'all know I love James's reviews. No matter what's going on in the beef sector, I will always watch James's reviews because I like the way he does it. So I have been watching all of James's reviews on American Horror Stories. I've also been watching Alexander Rogers' reviews on American Horror Stories. And from the reviews, that's giving me an idea of which episodes I'm going to watch and which episodes I'm going to skip. So I've been writing down that on the list, which episodes to watch and which episodes to skip based on Alex's and James' reviews. What else am I waiting to see? Y'all can put down in the chat if y'all are watching something that you really like or whatever. So also, I don't know if y'all heard, but that little girl Zendaya, the one that's cute as a button, she won like an Oscar or some shit for her performance, best lead actress in that Euphoria show that she's in. I've been hearing a lot of things about the Euphoria show, and one of my good Judies, she always sends me like little gifts and shit of the Euphoria show. So I decided, I was bored here one day at the house. The beef sector was giving nothing. So I was like, okay, let me check out Euphoria. I was able to binge watch the first and the second season, like in a day and a half, maybe 2 days. No, it was like a day and a half. So I was able to binge watch that through that really quickly. It is a good show. I will give it to her. It is a good show. Is it Oscar worthy or whatever that award that she won? I don't know. I didn't. Maybe because I was binge watching and I didn't fast forward or, click through anything or miss any episodes. But I did not break down sobbing or crying or get that emotional. I don't have an emotional connection to any of the characters. I don't even really have an emotional connection to her character, Rue. Her acting is phenomenal, but it did not bring me to tears. And that's like my line of demarcation on a phenomenal actor or not. Because, I'm kind of a mean type of cold-hearted bitch. And it doesn't take a lot to bring me to tears, specifically after my brother died. Like after my brother died, I do cry a lot more easier these days, but I can hold it together pretty good, I feel. But sometimes in these movies, they be bringing my heartstrings out. I always thought that Rick Grimes from the Walking Dead, he should have won every fucking acting award there was, because that scene, if you're a Walking Dead watcher, and you remember that scene after Rick's wife had a baby in the jail and Maggie and Carl come out with the baby and they don't have the wife, and Rick is like, where is she? And Maggie just kind of shakes her head and Rick fucking breaks down. Like that shit right there, bitch, to this day when I think about it, it makes me choked up. It almost brings tears to my eyes. That is the kind of acting that I appreciate. Denzel Washington and John Field, you know what? I'm already feeling that, and I'm already feeling like a little fury over here. I'm not feeling this like a little fury. I like to use it. So I usually use it on a sad movie so I can get out a good cry. Nothing wrong with me personally. I can just get that good cry out on a movie or a show. That's how I deal with that. So since I'm a little teary today and tomorrow, probably, I'm gonna watch John Field for Netflix. Denzel and John Q. Oh my God, I don't think like what training day? Training day to me was trash. I mean, my husband likes the movie. It's a day to me or whatever. Training day was fucking trash. I could go without everything that again. I really prefer to see Denzel in American Gangster as far as that type of role. Like if I had to watch American Gangster from now on or Training Day from now on, it would definitely be fucking American Gangster. But John Q, that fucking movie, and he didn't win any major white awards off of that movie. It was a travesty. They stole from Denzel when he did not win any awards for John Q because the heartstrings that man pulls in that movie, bitch. Ain't nobody can sit through John Q and not be boo-hooing. Hey, Star Bell, thanks for stopping in. Hey, Stephanie D. So, John Q is one of my favorite Denzel movies. I love him in that movie. I haven't seen it in a couple of years. I do like to give my favorite movies a couple of years in between watching them. So I have chance to forget certain things and certain things will be new to me. I can see things that I've never seen before. The only favorite movie of mine that I watch several times a year is Terminator 2 because I fucking love Sarah Connor. She is my favorite female protagonist, like strong woman, bad bitch in a movie. She is my favorite. It don't get no better than a motherfucking Sarah Connor, in my opinion. Gina Davis in A Long Kiss Goodnight. If y'all remember that one, that's one of my mama's favorite movies. Gina Davis in A Long Kiss Goodnight came real close to a bad bitch status that Sarah Connor has. She came real close. I also really like that movie Salt with Angelina. Angelina came real close to bad bitch status in Salt, but I am upset with Angelina and the makers of Salt because they left that shit open for a part 2. Last we seen Angelina and Salt, her ass was running off through the snowy woods, getting away. So I'm gonna need a part 2 on that. Angelina, overall, I do enjoy her movies. I do very much so. She's a great action star. I prefer her in action over drama. How are you? I'm clamoring to see Angelina in a different more action movies. Y'all know she's over. So I don't know. I would love to see her in another one. Thank you, Andrea. So let's get into horror. So I really have been staying away from horror in like the past 2 years. I've been focusing on comedy, over in the sector. I've been focusing a lot on action. I've really been trying to do that. The horror movies, I don't know. I feel like because I am a 80s baby and a 90s kid, every everything that has been shown that can be shown, like there's no originality in horror anymore. I feel it's very few and far in between when you get a nice original style horror movie. I will give it to Ari Aster. Ari Aster and what's this other one? Jordan Peele. Those two are doing what needs to be done as far as giving us originality in horror. I did go see the new Jordan Peele movie, Nope. We did go to the movies to see it. I am not upset that I went to go see it because it was supporting Black films, was supporting Black actors. Did I like the movie? Nope. It was a nope. The movie, I mean, it's the way it was shot was good. Personally, I did not like Keke Palmer's character. I did not like her wardrobe. I did not like her obnoxious ways. Keke Palmer's character reminded me of a Jay Dunn. Let's just say that. And it was the fuck annoying. Her outfits were oversized. Like they just didn't fit her right. She was playing a lesbian character, but Miss Girl had some things going on with her. I didn't like it. The brother, he seemed like almost like an abused wife. You know, abused wife. The monster in the movie, it was very original and adventure. And the character said, so the monster know, I don't expect it to happen spectacular scene first. It seems like a Jordan Peele, every movie Jordan Peele is always the way, M. Night Shyamalan. Every movie is getting rocked up and rocked. Jordan, every movie is getting rocked up and rocked. It's giving M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night came out with a bang with those first couple of two movies. Then it just kind of got worse and worse. You know, if Morgan doesn't step it up and whatever he's working on after this note, if this next movie from Jordan isn't fully driven, then his ass is going to be straight to Netflix. I'm of course going to be in theaters no longer with this book. You know? You know? I think it's back. I'm over here borging. I don't know why. Craziness. I think it's back. Okay, yep. I'm over here borging. Okay, yeah, it's back. I hear myself. All right, perfect. Thank y'all for letting me know, because I would hate to be over here just running my mouth and it's I be in a lot of people's chat sometimes and they chat just let them just go. Sound be bad, shit be fucked up. Don't nobody drop down and say nothing to their ass. I'll be like, damn, your bitches ain't really for you, I see. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all and let me know every time. It does not bother me. Thank you, guys. All right, so what was we talking about? We was talking about, M. Night Shyamalan. I was saying how Jordan Peele, in his movies, he's starting to go the way of a M. Night Shyamalan. Y'all know how M. Night came out with a big bang, and it just kind of went downhill each movie. That's what Jordan is giving, because his latest movie, Nope, it was a nope for me. I did not really care for it. I'm never going to watch it again. If I see it on TV, I'm going to skip past it. It's one of those, like it's a one and done. Jordan gave us a one and done with Nope. With Us, I went to the movie theater to see Us. I'm really not clamoring to see that one again. Now, his first one, what was the first one called? I forget. The one with the black man and the white girl. That first one, I have seen that one 2 or 3 times. If it's on TV, I will stop and watch it. So Jordan, I was saying, Jordan needs to really get his shit together, or that nigga gonna be straight to Netflix for this next movie. I think maybe they might give him one more chance on the big screen. After that, it's gonna be straight to Netflix, because Jordan, nobody in the beef sector even talked about fucking Nope. I don't even know if any of y'all niggas went to go see this shit, which tells me that we're just not interested. The commercial must have been trash. I don't really watch TV like that anymore, so I didn't know what the commercial was giving on TV, but I know what the trailer gave, and the trailer was slightly trash. But like I said, Jordan's up and coming. Jordan is one of us. Jordan is doing horror, my favorite genre. So I'm going to fuck with Jordan until they stop putting his ass on the big screen. But I am going to give that nigga a piece of my mind. And I am going to the matinee. You ain't getting full price, Jordan, because I see your ways and I see your works, nigga. Thank you, Josephine. Get Out. Yes, Get Out was the best. Get Out is the only one that I will watch again, and possibly again, and maybe again. The rest of them are one and done. So, what else? Let's see. We talked about that. So, I've been watching Borg. All right, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Is this better? All right. Yep. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I have a YouTube window open. Let me close that. It wasn't playing anything though. I just had it open, so I could do stuff. So hopefully this is better. I think it is. Hold on. It's better. Let me fast forward. Hopefully this is better. Yep, I think it's better. All right, perfect, perfect. Because I can see my little dot stop getting all big when it starts to board. Because y'all know I'm loud. So. And now I know how to go out and come back in. Yes, we over here learning StreamYard, bitch. Oh, speaking of, the only fucking reason we're dealing with this shit in the first place is because I meant to drop a link for y'all asses, but y'all know I be getting distracted as a motherfucker over here. So here we go. That's the only reason we dealing with this fucking StreamYard bullshit in the first place. Y'all know when I go live from my phone, we don't have all these issues. Why you ain't pasting, bitch? Now they don't want to paste. Oh, there we go. All right, so there is the link. If anybody wants to hit it, that's the only reason we is over here on StreamYard, because I knew I was going to be doing like some movie talk, and that might be something that other people would like to chime in on. So anyways, as far as horror movies this year, I have not been excited about anything coming out other than the new Halloween. But the problem with the new Halloween is that I haven't seen the other Halloweens, like these new ones with Jamie Lee Curtis. I think it's a new trilogy, like Halloween, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. I haven't seen any of them. The trailers look so good. I'm saving them. I'm one of those ones like, after, I wish I could just really erase my memory and go back and watch a lot of my favorite movies for the first time. So for movies that I know I'm gonna fucking love these days, I save them for years because I don't want to be in the position to where I'm like, fuck, I wish I can see it for the first time again. So whenever I really get into a really good mood and I just can't wait no more and I just have to see the new Halloween movies with Jamie Lee Curtis, I'm going to watch them. And I feel like I enjoy them better that way. Victoriously Shay said, have you seen Honk for Jesus yet? No, I haven't. I've seen previews and like little clips, but I have not seen the movie yet. I don't know if I don't know. I may watch it. I may not watch it. I'm gonna have to see some more clips that really get me into it. Because the clips I've seen, they didn't make me laugh. I don't really care for church movies like that. Victoriously Shay, have you seen it? And if you like it, then just kind of, if you have time and you're not busy and your fingers aren't busy, just kind of type out a few little things that you think that why you like the movie. Let's just say that. Josephine said that movie was fire. Membership has its privileges. Yes, Josephine. So no, I have not seen Honk for Jesus yet. I have heard a couple of people talking about it, but I haven't seen anybody doing any reviews on it. Not over here in the beef sector. And I am subscribed to a lot of movie channels and stuff, and nobody's done any reviews on it on any of the movie channels that I watch. So there's so much coming out right now because of Netflix and the way Netflix puts out content. I feel like it is a sensory overload. It is very much a sensory overload, and a lot of good movies are being thrown by the wayside because it's just too much going on right now, and we can't sit still enough to focus on the good. All right, let's see. So I will say, in the recent years, as far as horror movies, they've really been doing a lot of remakes lately. And generally, I don't really care for a remake. The only remake in like the past 10 years that really got my ass together was the Evil Dead remake. Now, y'all know I've said it earlier. I'm an 80s baby. I'm a 90s child. I had the original Evil Dead VHS tape. It was over my grandmother's house. They would pick me and my brother up from school, because y'all know I went to private school, wasn't no bus. So they would pick us up from school, and we would go over to Grandma and Papa's house, and we would get a snack and do our homework, and then we would either go outside. Most of the times we went outside, but it was during the time of Blockbuster, and my dad used to rent us something every week. We got our choice of one thing to rent every week. I would always go to the horror movie section. My brother would always go to the video game section. So every week we had a video game and a movie to watch. The shit was amazing back then. I would die nowadays, but it was amazing back then. And I used to rent the Evil Dead tape so much, and my dad was like, fuck it, I'm just going to buy you one so you can rent something else, because you're wasting your money renting this shit over and over. So he bought me the Evil Dead tape, and I would keep it over my grandma's house, and every day I would watch that fucking tape, and it scared the shit out of me. But, you know, the original Evil Dead, it did have its goofiness. It did have its lightheartedness. It did have its corniness, specifically when they started getting into part 2. But the remake, the Evil Dead remake, if y'all like horror and you have not seen the Evil Dead remake, bitch, brace yourself, prepare yourself. There are a lot of cringe moments, like people sticking glass and or needles in their own eyes. Like, the shit was a wild ride. A great horror movie, like terrifyingly fucking scary, to the point to where it is my favorite horror movie in the past 10 years. And I could not bring myself to watch it again. I tried to give it a second watch, bitch. I couldn't get through it. I couldn't get through it. It was too much for me. My fucking adrenaline, my heart was beating out of my chest. Like, it was too much for me on the second go around. That's how terrifying the Evil Dead remake is. I love it, but I love it to a point to where I can't fuck with it. Another horror movie that I love to the point to where I can't really fuck with it no more. It was a movie from, I think it was the early 2000s, maybe 2002, 2003. It's called Darkness Falls, and it's about the original story of the Tooth Fairy in the town that she was from. So in Darkness Falls, the Tooth Fairy was an old lady who lived out in the woods, and the kids used to go out to her house and she would give them candy. Y'all know, like, I don't know. Well, you know, you're 90s. The ones of y'all who grew up in the 80s and the 90s, I don't know if y'all had it, but there was a lady who lived down the street from my grandmother. It was her friend, Miss Ruby. And we would go every time we were outside playing or over grandma's house riding bikes or whatever. We would always stop by Miss Ruby's house and ring her doorbell. And she would always come to the door with her candy bowl, and Miss Ruby would give us candy. And sometimes we would go in Miss Ruby's house and sit down with her, and she would ask us about how's school going, you know, stuff you ask little kids, 5 minutes. So she would either give us candy or she would give us like an ice cream sandwich, and then boom, bitch, we was back out in the streets being badass kids. My grandmother and grandfather grew up on a cul-de-sac, and almost everybody on the cul-de-sac worked with my grandpa in the military. It's a military family. It's not a military base, but it just happened to be a bunch of military families who grew up together. My dad grew up with their kids. So by the time me and my brother came around, it's like the third generation of us. So very close-knit people on my grandmother's street. And it was before the times where you had to worry about every single body around your kid. Like nowadays, it would fucking horrify me to know my kid was going over somebody's house and getting candy and going inside and having ice cream sandwiches. Bitch, no. But back then, it was acceptable. We were in no danger. These were family friends. So I said all that to say, the Tooth Fairy movie was based in one of those type of towns, to where the kids would go by the lady's house in the woods, and she would give them candy, and they would sit on the porch with her and, tell them about their school day. But something happened. One of the kids got missing, and they blamed the tooth fairy lady, and they ended up dragging her out of her house and fucking killing her, and like strapping her to a tree and leaving her there to die. Come to find out, the kid was missing because he fell down a well or something. So they blamed the tooth fairy lady, but it wasn't her fault, and they ended up killing her behind this missing kid. Her body, her spirit couldn't rest, so she comes back, and that's where the legend of the tooth fairy begins. And that fucking movie is so scary because the demon thing that plays a tooth fairy, it screams, and the scream that it emits is one of those blood curdling screams that is just so unnerving. It just makes the fucking hair on the back of your neck stands up. And it's like a entity. If you remember the movie Hereditary, if you saw the movie Hereditary, just imagine the scene where his mother is crawling across the fucking ceiling. That was that monster in the tooth fairy. That bitch was crawling across the ceiling, and the only way you could get away from her is if you don't look at her. So basically, you know how little kids pull the covers up over their heads so they don't see the monster? Like, yeah, that shit will really save your life, according to this movie. So it was really good. It was along the same lines of hear no evil, speak no evil. I don't know if y'all remember that, about the boy and the ventriloquist dummies that were trying to get him. So it was along the same lines of hear no evil, speak no evil. One of those kind of movies. I really enjoy those kind of little movies. That Evil Dead, yes, Josephine Cooper, the new one. Oh my God, girl, prepare yourself. I would suggest you watch it in the daytime, because bitch, I fucked around and watched it in the nighttime. You know, just watch it in the daytime, girl. You know how we do. I watch my scary movies in the daytime. I call my dog. I have like a dog on the left of me, a dog on the right of me, and a dog in front of me. Any daytime. So that's how I watch my scary movies now. Okay? Really those movies. My heart keeps beating. Am I talking to you? Can y'all hear me? All right. Is this better? Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, 3. I think that's better. All right. Testing, testing. Yep, testing, that's better. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so we've talked about action movies, we talked about horror movies. Let's talk about love story movies. So recently, I have been on kind of a little bit of love story movie kick. Not really, but sort of, kind of. We're still fucking up. I think that's better. All right. Okay. Thank you, Starbell. So the latest love story movie that I watched was An Officer and a Gentleman. Y'all know the old school one back in the day with Richard Gere. I had never seen it before, and it was a good movie. It was a very good movie. So the next love story movie I'm going to watch is the one with Woody Harrelson and Demi Moore. What was that one where she slept with that man for like $1 million? Oh, I can't remember the name. But y'all know the movie I'm talking about. When I can't remember the name of a movie, I just go to Google and I'll be like, hey, bitch, what was that movie with Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson where she was fucking for $1 million? And Google always comes with the title. Matter of fact, let me ask that bitch right now. What was the movie with Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson, Sex for $1 million?
According to IMDb, This is the titular Indecent Proposal.
Okay, yep, Indecent Proposal, bitch. So I saw Indecent Proposal like when it came out, like what, in fucking 93. So I was maybe like 11. So 11-year-old me and 40-year-old me, of course, are two different people. So it's going to be a new movie for me. And that's what I've been doing a lot lately since these new movies fucking suck. I've been going back to the 90s when movies were good. So Pretty Woman, I watched that one for the first time in my grown-up age last year, victoriously, Shay, and I enjoyed it. It was very cute. I enjoyed Pretty Woman as a grown-up. So I'm gonna watch Indecent Proposal because I remember like the basic plot, but I can't remember anything past that. Like I said, I was a fucking child. I probably shouldn't have been watching it, but whatever. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. So, like I said, I'm watching Decent Proposal. That's on the list. I watched The Officer and the Gentleman. That one was on the list. I haven't watched that movie with Angelina, the Gia movie where she was Gia the model. I have not watched that one in my grown-up age. I think the last time I watched Gia, I was probably like 23. So I need to revisit Gia. Because, you know, that's a classic. That's a classic. Also, I have not seen Paris is Burning in like the past 7 years. It's been like 7 years since I've seen Paris is Burning. So I'm going to watch Paris is Burning again. You know what else? You know what else is on the list that I haven't seen in over 20 years, bitch? This one right here gonna be a throwback for y'all. And when I find it for free, and when I find the link, I'm gonna drop it on my community tab for all y'all who want to watch it. Banging in Little Rock. Do y'all remember Banging in Little Rock when that shit came out? That shit was a national phenomenon as far as the Black community was concerned. Banging in Little Rock is on my list. I'm going to go back and rewatch that with my grown-up eyes. Because as a child, especially as like a fucking almost like a latchkey kid, a lot of that shit went over my head. Like I don't want to say I didn't understand it, but I couldn't grasp the concept of it, you know, as a fucking private school latchkey kid. But as an adult, now that I know what I know, I'm going back and I'm going to rewatch Banging in Little Rock. About a month and a half ago, I also posted a video over on my community tab. I know my bitches who fuck with me, y'all seen it. But it was a throwback of like one of those, that HBO prison special that was so popular back in the day. Ooh, nope, not Burning in Little Rock, Banging in Little Rock, like gang banging. Baby, that was a national phenomenon when it came out back in the day because it gave the nation open eyes on what real Black gang banging was about. And Little Rock is so close to like Memphis and that whole thing. And nigga, the shit's crazy out there. It's a war zone in Memphis still. Ever since they killed Dolph, Memphis is a fucking war zone. It's a war zone out there, bitch. It's giving Iraq and Fallujah had a baby and called her Memphis. So when we go back to visiting shit, we don't take no jewelry. We don't take no flashy clothes. You better off, if you go to Memphis for anything, you better off dressing like a bum. Don't wear your fucking, they rob bitches in broad daylight. These niggas pull out pistols and rob bitches in broad daylight at the grocery store parking lot and shit like that. Oh, you from Memphis, Victoria Shay? Well, bitch, you know. It's a war zone in the city. Ever since they killed Dolph, that shit's crazy out there. Girl, we don't even bring our jewelry when we come to visit no more. Because I'm not trying to get, you know, fucked up or in a situation. You going for Thanksgiving? Girl. If you do take your jewelry and girl, take your costume shit. Because the fucking city is going up right now, girl. And you know, all these prices and shit are going up. It's hard times out here. Niggas can't find no jobs. Them niggas out in Memphis ain't never been shamed on robbing in the first place. Like they make songs about the shit, like fucking city anthems about how they rob motherfuckers. So yeah. The city is crazy right now, bitch. But yes, girl, Banging in Little Rock. As soon as I find it, I am going to drop the link for it on my community tab. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that shit right now. Let me see, bitch. YouTube might have it. It's been so long, and it was out on VHS, so I don't even know. And it was like do y'all remember like about 10 years ago when it was real popular for niggas to go in the hood and shoot like those hood movies and stuff? This one was the first ever of that. Banging in Little Rock was like the Blair Witch Project. You know how the Blair Witch Project was the first found footage type of movie? Yeah, well, Banging in Little Rock was the first hood film that I remember. So let's see. Let's see if anybody uploaded it to YouTube. Oh, bitch, I think they got it. They got the story behind Banging in Little Rock. Banging in Little Rock, Crips, Bloods, and the Hoovers. This is 2 years ago. This one right here is 7 years ago. I think this is it right here. Yup, this is it right here, bitch. This is it right here, bitch. Hold on. I'm about to put it on the community tab right now for all of y'all who care and want to see it. All right, so I just posted it. Give it like a second to pop up because YouTube be tripping. They be like behind seconds these days. I don't like that. I like my shit to be instant, YouTube. All right, so I just girl. Y'all know, I don't like no new a whole lot of if you go on me, I will give you flowers. If you start to go on me, give me starting to go on me. I'm bored with you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right, guys, since this shit want to act funny anyway, and I'm pretty much done talking. I just wanted to kick it with y'all. We're gonna get out of here. I will talk to y'all. The next time I come live, I'm not coming up with you. You are my fucking nerve. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.